Season 2 updates and a maintenance patch for 21st of January was announced recently, so let's go through them. Starting with the 21st maintenance, the Spiral Tower of Screams is going to be up to floor 75 and the weekly limit is going to be removed. So you can do floor 1 through 75 even if you missed the last week. Next, the new Codex event Back to the Codex is going to be added. So for the next 3 weeks, starting with the maintenance tomorrow, you can clear the Codex from level 80 till 130 to receive the following rewards. It has 2 standard pulls, 2 limited pulls, 3 prism lens pulls, and 50 traces of memory to craft the gear. These are weekly rewards, so you're getting total 6 standard pulls, 6 premium pulls, 9 prism pulls, and 150 traces of memory. Next, this is a big one. Codex will no longer be lost upon exiting or being defeated after entering through Codex waypoint. I hope it means that once you pass the first waypoint in any codex, it will no longer be deleted or lost, even if you get defeated or even if you exit. So it will be kind of like Lab Zero where we exited the codex but did not lose it. So hopefully it's that. Next, a pop-up will be displayed when merging codices at level 81 or higher, which is whatever. Clearing a high difficulty level in Codex will automatically complete the previous difficulties. So earlier we had to complete every level difficulty to get the corresponding rewards, but now if you clear the highest difficulty, you will get the lower difficulty rewards also. Then there are some error fixes which were related to some card epiphanies and the text display, which is not that big. Next, let's move on to the main highlight, updates for Season 2. So we are already approaching the 100 days since the official launch and we have some Season 2 backgrounds here. So the story of Season 2 is set in the slave arena of the planet Spites and follows the journey all the way to the planet Vern, which is a new planet. So these are some backgrounds for the new planet which look really cool. I particularly like this one and this one, which actually looks like an arena of some sort. So this could be a monster or a boss battle, but we'll have to see. Then we have some character designs. This looks like the prototype from Lab Zero, which is in two stages. One's where it attacks or you can battle it, and one where it's just lying on the floor and it gives you some rewards. Here you will encounter new types of bosses and monsters to gain access to new season power. So there's a new mechanic coming in. This boss was talked about earlier also in the 2026 showcase. This is, I think, part of the boss which has defeatable components or different components. So like we can see this. This boss has 3 health bars and the hands seem to have a separate health bar than the main body. So this is our first multi-part monster. Then there's another one which looks like the Pokemon Sunflora, I guess. Next, the season power can be broadly divided into 3 categories: arena equipment, refinement, and God's Hammer. So, first up is arena equipment. So, when you have this equipment and the effects are triggered, you will get some arena cards and they will upgrade the power of your hand. Cards that are already in your hand might get some upgrades through these. Second is the refinement. So by winning arena battles, you can perform refinement. Arena locations can be checked at any time by the minimap, so you will be able to see where the arena battles are happening, and you can go them to get or perform the refinement. Refinement is a system that grants abilities to equipment. So you can select one of the 3 randomly generated options to the selected piece of equipment. So there's going to be some more RNG because we have 20 different options available and they all will upgrade your equipment to a higher level. This allows you to enhance your equipment to introduce variations that match your preferred build style. So we might see some variety in the equipment refinement that will help different characters differently. So next up is God's Hammer. The interior bosses of the season regions are far more powerful than the standard bosses. In return, defeating them will drop God's Hammer. So after defeating the seasonal region bosses, they will drop something called a God's Hammer, and this can be used on refined equipment. But when using it, the existing refinement effect is removed. But in exchange, the equipment is granted one of all the possible, including mythic grade effects. So you can say if you refined a weapon or a piece earlier, you can use the God's Hammer at the end to get supposedly a mythic effect, which should be the highest level effect it can get. Next up is the zero upgrade revamp, which is another big one. So they are addressing the fact that if you don't get the desired epiphany or duplication, players leave the chaos and immediately restart. So this becomes entrenched and it undermines the core fun of the game and reduces overall engagement, which is true. It can lead to fatigue. So to address this, the system will be improved in the following ways. First up is the addition of the meditation feature. So it's a new function that is available in the safe zones through upgrades. So you remember the skill tree from the Chaos Orbs upgrades. We will be using Chaos Orbs to upgrade the skill trees and get the meditation feature, which will allow you to re-roll an epiphany on a card that already has an epiphany using credits. So 70% less credits is going to be a less favorable option in the chaos going forward, and we will be able to re-roll an epiphany using the same credits hopefully. This can be attempted in every safe zone, so safe zones are getting an upgrade with the cost gradually increasing based on the number of attempts. So it's similar to removing a card which goes from 80 to up to 200 and further, but hopefully we won't need to re-roll many epiphanies, and at that point it's better to restart than to re-roll all your cards. Next up is the select and duplicate combatant. So earlier they know that players were using combatants like Veronica, Chizuru, Ray, and Narja to get unique cards so that they don't come up in the copy pool. Now through the upgrades you will be able to select and duplicate one of the three cards which were earlier random, but now they can be designated to a specific combatant. So let's say you're building Maylin, you can set her as the specific combatant and you will get only her cards to copy from after the boss or the unidentified area, which is the copy event. In addition, they are also increasing the base and the divine epiphany rates and the higher chances of rare unidentified areas to appear. Also, free trainings, so you don't have to spend the 50 credits for getting the training cards. Instead, you can use them for the rerolls on a certain card if you want. Next, during the mid-season, environmental variables that affect chaos as a whole will be introduced. These are season-based, so it's this skill tree and it's only available during that season, so it is tied to the season itself. The system is designed to reinforce each season's core mechanics, so it will be based on the core mechanics of the season and it will support deck building, new rare fates, additional refinement opportunities, and enabling encounters with hidden bosses, including other variables that enhance overall seasonal gameplay. So it will be like the Chaos upgrades, which will enhance the gaming experience further. Next is the season board. We will be able to view all seasonal records and objectives at a glance, so like a quick view. Next, you'll also get seasonal medals, and they can be also used as stickers. Next is the decorating ID card. You can now decorate your cards with combatants' actual wallpaper, their stickers, and additional stickers from the already unlocked sticker pool. Next up is codex improvements and unique options. The codex system will be improved and you will be allowed to experience a wider variety of planets beyond seasonal chaos. So with the January 14 update, they increased the appearance rate of Tier 14 codex, and the upcoming February 4 update, Mythic grade codices will be added as well. So the Mythic grade codex can be obtained through merging Chaos Orbs or discovered upon clearing a codex. So as usual, you can either use the orbs or clear a codex and you will get a Mythic grade codex randomly. So the Mythic Codex will have heavier penalties, but the save data limit will be also increased up to tier 15, which is currently the highest in the game. In addition, there is a chance for unique options such as Divine Intervention to be applied. So this is a newly added unique option, Intervention. It's a buff as well as a debuff because there are some restrictions coming along with the Divine Intervention. So encounter a god rather than a divine delegate. So the first guy that we see in the starting of the chaos, instead of that, there will be the actual god, and they give you a divine fate and a powerful starting choice rewards. On top of that, you will get a lot more chaos orbs as well as crystal of discord. Special restrictions based on the intervening god added. So depending on which god you get at the starting, there will be special restrictions as well. All monster stats increase, so in general it will be a difficult chaos and unable to acquire save data. So it's purely for the fun of the game and not for save data. So this is going to be an actual roguelike experience where you are just competing to win and not for the save data. It's just for the fun of the game. When the divine intervention is applied, save data will not be stored as a penalty. So there you have it, no save data, but in exchange you will get increased chaos, orbs, and crystal of discord. The monsters become powerful and overall difficulty rises. The system is designed to let you overcome challenges by leveraging blessings of the god from the god you encounter. So you'll get some blessings from the god you encounter, and it will deliver the core enjoyment of a true roguelike experience. Going forward, additional unique options will be introduced with a wider variety of effects, allowing chaos to be experienced in fresh and distinctive way, almost like an entirely new game mode. So in the long term, they do plan to turn this into the Chaos Assault mode. So we can consider this like a test for the future Chaos Assault mode, which actually utilizes save data from previous seasons. So you can go in with your actual save data from the previous seasons and you can challenge the higher difficulty without getting any additional save data. So this is just a small but enjoyable experience for that roguelike experience. I personally am looking forward to this mode. This will be interesting. And since there's no incentive to build decks in this because they don't get saved, you are free to add stuff like neutral cards, which you always want to try, but you don't get to your give to your characters due to them being in the copy pool as well as you thinking that they'll ruin the deck. So next, in season 2, two new memory fragments will be added. The first one is the Beast and Aspiration, upgrades Justice, Order, Attribute, Exhaust, Attack cards. So we hope to see some Justice slash Order, Attribute, Exhaust, Attack cards from the newer combatants that are going to be released. Also, Luke benefits from this set as well because he does generate Order, Attribute, Exhaust, Attack cards. Next is the support set Reign of Glory. It increases allies damage when generating or using exhaust skill cards. So currently someone like an Orleia can use it with 100% uptime as she generates softies and sturdies almost every turn. Also characters like Cassius, Ray and even Nia can use this set as they do have some exhaust cards in the deck. Next is the new character 9 which will be the first character of season 2. So here we have a look at the character and let's see some more info. She is the Vanguard and she is Order. She excels at efficiently generating shields for allies while dealing powerful defense-based damage to enemies. So she's very similar to Khalif where she generates shields as well as deals damage. She's also been designed to have great synergy with Narja and more information about 9 will be released in the future. Next, they are truly sorry for the shortcomings of season 1, which weren't that many, but they're still improving the gameplay a lot. And they're happy that you took part in the survey and they're waiting for your feedback, and all input is being reviewed. So, details regarding balance adjustments, including long awaited character reworks like Yuki, will be shared soon, scheduled for 26th. Next, as a reward for this announcement, you will get 300 crystals and you can claim it via in-game mailbox for the next 7 days. So yeah, that was the major update for season 2. So the main highlight was the meditation feature which allows you to reroll Epiphany on a card that already has Epiphany and select the copy target which allows you to select a combatant and you'll only get the 3 cards from that combatant from any copy event. Combined with this maintenance from tomorrow, which allows you to re-enter codex without losing them, season 2 will be a real improvement on deck building and it will be a lot less hectic or time consuming to build the decks that we want. So that was it for this update. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one.